Good afternoon, or good evening, good morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. And I see YouTube's going to throw me off tonight. They're showing handles. So if your handle isn't very similar to your channel name, I might not know who you are, but I'll do my best. Hello, Ace. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Carolina Country Homesteading. I know you've been in here because you have a rank, but not sure what your channel name is. Hello, Judy. Hello, Demoose. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Fishman5065. Is this Lee? That'd be my guess, but I'm not sure on that. Hello, Tony. Hello, Arlene. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that right on Lee then. Yeah, I think he's the only fisherman that. Well, I shouldn't say that. There was another one. I was going to say I thought Lee was the only fisherman that came in my live, but there's also Glacier Shark, and I'm not sure what his handle is. But we'll get this figured out. It's supposed to actually be a good thing because a troll or a scammer or whatever can't fake your handle because that's unique to the channel. But there can be a million channel names that are the same, and they can just steal a picture and you have no idea. So I gotta say it. In the long run, it's gonna end up being a good thing. It's just gonna take some getting used to. You know what, Judy? I have doubled your pay so many times. I'm gonna double your pay again. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you dropping links, Arlene dropping links. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Joanne, your handle's almost the same as your channel name. You just got 939 at the end of your handle. That's an easy one. I forgot what they assigned me for a handle, but I changed it to Old Man King Homestead. I think oh, that was a while ago when they first came out with the handles. I forgot what they gave me, but I changed it so it was same as my channel name. Hello, Charlene. You know what, Tony? I'll double your pay too. How about that? Hello, Anne. Lily's doing good, Judy. Becky's laying right here. You'll get to meet him on Saturday. Hello, Vince. Again, sorry if I missed anyone, but I think I got everyone. Yeah, long drive for you, Charlene. Probably it would be a little bit farther than it was when I came down here from New York. And that was over 20 hours of continuous driving. It would have been over 20 hours. Took us a day and a half to get here. Well, I've been getting some stuff ready in the big house. I was hoping I could get moved in by now, but hasn't happened. And some of you may remember where I hurt my shoulder, upper arm last winter. My hand had slipped off the hood because it was frosted over one morning. And my hand had slipped off, and I grabbed my other arm to grab the hood so it wouldn't slam down on my hand. Well, I thought that was completely healed. Well, apparently something I've been doing aggravated it because it started hurting a little bit yesterday. And today it's been hurting pretty good. I just took some acetaminophen and it's starting to calm down a little bit. I spent all afternoon yesterday putting together a computer stand. I still don't have it all together yet. So I'm not sure if that's what did it. I don't know. I did something. But I'm going to try to not aggravate that too much. But hopefully another couple days I can get in there. And then Saturday is going to be the big move. I've got people coming. They're going to get the furniture out of the shed, get it in there. And I don't know if I have anything in here I need to move over that day or not. Hello, Reverend Joe. Hello, Stephen. Yes, and contractors are all done in there, and that's ready. I'm just trying to get some stuff moved around. Like one of my cat trees that I bought new after I got those 4 cats from Reverend Dream and Tammy. I bought a cat tree because I knew I'd need it eventually. Had it there for them. I got that moved into the living room where I'm going to have it permanently now. Got my lift chair, and with some help, got that together. That's operational now. And that computer stand that I got from Steve. Let's see, what's his channel name now? I don't know, he keeps changing his channel name. I think it's Misfit Mania now. He used to be the Backwoods Misfit. Well, anyways, he gave that to me when I went to the Ozark meetup in June. And I didn't want to put it together right then. but I've been working on that, getting that together. I have another cat tree was delivered yesterday. I'm going to have to get that together. Um, I have an old computer table that was in the house when Jeff bought it, and then they were having trouble getting it out. So Jeff asked me if I wanted it. I said I would take it. Well, that was before Steve gave me that other one. He's got a fly up here. Now Steve gave me that other one. It fits in the corner a lot better and stuff. So I'm going to move that other one out under the carport and have it out there as a workbench. I need to get that out there. That's gonna take something more than me to get it out there. One person might be able to move it, two would be better. But I can't be one of the two. What else? I have to get the supply lines hooked back up to the kitchen sink. Because when my son was starting the floor in there, he originally had planned on taking the kitchen cabinets out and redoing the floor under there. Then he decided not to. He just cut out along the cabinets, and you can't even tell the difference. But he already had the sink unhooked. It never hooked it back up. So that's got to be hooked back up. My dishwasher needs to be hooked up. Jeff gave me a dishwasher. So I need to get that hooked up because that's definitely going to come in handy. Because that's going to be a lot easier than just stand at the sink and do dishes. Because I can only stand in one spot like that for a very short period of time. I'm talking like maybe 2 minutes max. And that will put me in a lot of pain. I just cannot stand at all. Let me see. Trying to find out where I was here in chat. Right in this area. Well, I appreciate that, Judy. Main thing I want to do is get the heavy stuff that there's absolutely no way that I'll be able to move. And then if someone could get that sink hooked up, get the dishwasher hooked up. I've got 2 couches in the shed. One's going in the living room, one's going in the cat room. And actually, be honest with you, that stuff is unloaded so quick, I don't even know everything that's in there. There's a roll top desk in there. That's going in the living room. Yeah, I'm not sure what else there is. Hello, Des. Yep, sometime this week, Charlene. Yeah, Judy Lee's in here. He's been chatting quite a bit. Fishman 5065. Yeah, like I was saying, we gotta get used to these handles now. Yep. Gotta keep it usable, Reverend Joe. Yes, Ann, that is great. When Jeff called me that day, hey, you want a dishwasher? Sure. He said, okay, I'll be there about an hour with one. Yeah, Lee's my middle name. Lee. Yes, Judy. She did bring some beautiful stuff. Oh, they have open up reservations, Tony? Yeah, I thought it was just over a year when they opened them up. Now I gotta get my reservation made. Get down there sometime this week, get the video made and start pushing that. And I've got to talk to the group salesperson too, because we're supposed to be able to get a discount. Hello again, Reverend Joe. Your brownies are good, Judy. Hello, J&B. Yep, I'm getting a room in the lodge also, Judy. Yeah, I'll probably just get the cheapest room. Don't really need all the fancy stuff. Hello, Rick. You gonna be able to make it on Saturday? Because I'm planning on the big move for Saturday. And if you don't have my address, either send me a text or email. Both my email and the number that I use for YouTube, which I sometimes forget to check, but I'll make sure I check it. Around in my description of my channel. Well, we can try to come up with a time now. What's a good time for you, Tony and Judy? Yep, it's diagonal across the road from Turkey Track. I'm actually about a quarter mile past Turkey Track Drive. No, none of my cats are going to the meetup, Reverend Joe. Well, if you know the general area, I'm sure you'll recognize the house, Rick. I haven't had it in too many of my videos because I haven't done a lot of videos since I've been here. But I know Jeff had it in his videos a lot. Well, what time gonna work for you, Tony and Judy? Well, you're more than welcome to come to my house and meet the kiddies, Reverend Joe. Okay, Tony, so exactly a year. Yep, right next to Drew and yeah, I think I might be two places from Dogman. Yeah, I don't know if there's one or two places in between, but you'll recognize the house, I'm sure. Okay, 10 o'clock it is. That will that'll work out good with me. And I'll have to let Reverend Dream and Tammy know they're planning on coming. And are you going to be talking to Gary anytime, Judy? Or do you want me to send him a message? When I was in his live the other day, he said he was coming. But that's before we had a time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Judy. That's what I love about the meetups. Is I get to meet people that I see their name in chat all the time, but it's not the same as actually getting to meet them in person. Hello, Sue. Yeah, too bad you couldn't find that part you need for your car, Reverend Joe. When you were talking about the other day, I did a little bit of looking, some different places I know that sell auto parts, and you're right, you can't find it anywheres. Okay, Judy. Yeah, I'll send him a message. Because I know he said on his live that he was coming. Well, Judy, I was thinking about having burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that available. But if people just want to bring whatever for potluck, that would be good. Also have at least hamburgers and hot dogs. I don't have anything else, but at least have them available. Someone wants one, throw it on the grill. If not, I'll have them for myself. That's what I like to do for something where you're not quite sure on the food, is have stuff that I like. So if it doesn't get eaten at the get together, then I've got it for myself later. Because I just want to make sure everyone will get fed. So I want it to be a fun day. Yeah, there's going to be some work needs to be done, but I don't want to move the furniture and then have everyone take off. After we get the furniture moved in, then I want to just sit down and relax and socialize a little bit. Um, it'd be a good idea if anyone's got any lawn chairs or anything like that to bring them along. I've got limited chairs. Um, I'll have my living room furniture and the two chairs that go to the kitchen table. But if it's a nice day and we're sitting outside, I really don't have too much for that. I've got a couple chairs that Jeff left behind. That's really about all I do have. Reverend Joe, Tony's asking what part you're looking for. I know it's the instrument cluster, but I can't remember what vehicle it is. Okay, Charlene. Thank you. Yes, Judy. If everyone could bring their own drinks, that would be good. Here's Sanford. Grabbed the tail, he turned around, came back. How you doing, buddy? Sometimes he'll come lay in my lap, but he's got to be in the mood. He's going to lay on the arm of the chair now. That's good. Yeah, I know, Judy. I've seen that when you go to Brett and Deborah's. You got your chairs right in there. Um, yeah, lasagna's an idea. But I'd rather get mac and cheese or something like that. Yeah, Tony, you see Reverend Joe put in what he's got there. 2005 Ford Escape Limited. Two-wheel drive, 6-liter. He needs an instrument cluster for it. But they don't make them anymore. And when the cars go to the junkyard, they crush it with them. I know back in New York, there was 2 pick and pulls I used to go to. And there were 1 or 2 other ones, 2 other ones I think it was, that I never went to that was around. So you could get a lot of parts like that. But I don't know if there's many of them around here. I found parts for my Mercedes S320 at one of the pick and pulls. Because that was a tough car to find parts for. And it'd been in an accident. It hit a deer on Interstate 81 at a rather high speed. I asked the guy how fast he was going. I told the trooper I was going 65. Alex, how fast were you going? He laughed. I told the trooper I was going 65. He finally told me. He said, be honest with you, I was probably going close to 90 when I hit it. And I had to get a bumper for it, grill, radiator, headlights. And it was tough finding those parts. But I saw it that young, and it was about, I think it was like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away. But it was worth the drive. Because that car had everything on it that I needed. Okay, Des, you have a good night. Hello, John. Well, what I was talking about there, Reverend Joe, the places I used to go to, they would just take the cars in, they drain the fluids out of them, and I think they punched holes in the airbags because they were illegal in New York to resell a used airbag. I don't think they took them out. I think they just poked holes in them and then just sat the car out in the lot, and you just went and took whatever you wanted off from it. And they had a price for everything, even lug nuts. Lug nuts were 9 cents a piece. I bought quite a few lug nuts. Okay, Stephen, you have a good night. Hello, Emily. Yeah, that makes sense, Reverend Joe. Because I imagine they have to have a lot of insurance there, and it's expensive. And Emily's making dinner for all of us. Oh, yeah, I got some pretty good tires at those places, too, Reverend Joe. Especially if the car's been in an accident, they'd have good tires. If car was junk because it was junk and they just couldn't drive it anymore, they might not have the greatest tires on them. But especially during the winter, because in New York, a lot of accidents during the winter because people cannot drive in snow there. You'd see a lot of cars in there. Insurance company would total them. Some of them would have brand new tires, maybe half tread, and it didn't matter. Tire and rim was a set price, and that was it. It didn't matter if tires had 100 miles on them or if they're completely wore out. I think it was like $15 for tire and rim. So yeah, I bought a lot of tires there. You mean what drinks do we want with our dinner, Emily? Well, I got my coffee here, but I'll take a sweet tea when you deliver my dinner. That's fine. Hello, Ark Wild Man. Yep. Yeah, everyone blames it on the first snow of the season. That's BS. At least in New York it is. Because there'd be as many accidents at the end of the winter as there was the first snow of the season. Hello, John Bailey. Well, how long is it going to be before you get my dinner to me, Emily? I'm thinking it's going to be a couple days. Hey, Domino. Yeah, none of these cats are going to replace Superman with just coming and laying in my lap for the entire life. None of them want to do that. Smart one there, Domino. Had a box sitting over there. It wasn't sitting securely on anything, just an empty cardboard box. Well, Domino got in it, and it flipped right over on her. She got dumped out when it flipped over. Yeah, Glenn, she's a sweetie. Um, well, should say all the cats are doing good. Yep, cardboard boxes can fight back. I'm gonna have to start Fluffy on some more antibiotic. Her upper respiratory stuff still hasn't gone completely away. Thought it was pretty much gone after she got through her last medicine, but it's slowly coming back on her. But other than that, rest of them seem to be doing pretty good. I know Sweetie was sneezing quite a bit last week. I was keeping a pretty close eye on her, but she doesn't seem to be sneezing now like she was. So I think she's okay. I hope. If she keeps it up, I'll make her an appointment. Well, she actually has an appointment for November 7th. She's going in for her final vaccination, and Felix is going in today for his final vaccinations. And they'll both be fully vaccinated for the year. Hello, Susan. Yeah, and Susan's one that her handle's a lot different than her channel name. Hello, Virginia. And the dogs have all come out of hiding now. Let's see. Last Monday, they were all out. Everything was fine. Didn't see them all day Tuesday. Didn't see him all day Wednesday. I think Buddy came out Wednesday night. Or it might have been Thursday night he came out. Can't remember. I think it was Wednesday night. And then Friday, Goldie came out. And then last thing, Friday night, Honey came out. Why they go under the house and stay under there for days at a time, I don't know. They were coming out to eat. Because when Buddy it was just Buddy that I saw for a couple days there. Their dish was getting empty. And there's no way Buddy's eating all that food. So I knew Goldie and Honey were coming out. But then right back under the house. Well, these dogs do, Emily. And thing is, were they going under the porch about, 2 feet back in from the edge? There's a concrete wall running across there. And the floor joists of the porch sit on that wall. So they're going up over that concrete wall. There's only 6 inches to get through there. And that's where they're coming and going from, through those 6 inches. I don't know how they do it. Well, yeah, everyone gets better as they do more lives, Susan. Yes, it is, Emily. But they had the deck tore completely off. So I got a good look at it. And that's the only way to get through. They are weird dogs, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what I need to do, get videos out. But I'm concentrating on trying to get stuff done in the big house. I've got to get my smoke detectors up very soon. Because I borrowed a step stool so I could do it. And I've got to get them up. Maybe I'll try to get that done tonight. If not, tomorrow for sure. So I can get that step stool back. Yeah, I put out some videos that I didn't think was all that great, and people say that they are great. Oh yeah, I definitely need to use a step stool because I can't reach the ceiling without it. Thinking about buying a step ladder. There's one at one of the thrift stores that I go to. It's, I don't know, 5 foot maybe, might be 6, 5 or 6 foot tall. That would be perfect for me. I'm thinking about getting it, but I don't want to spend the money on it. It's $60, but it's a fiberglass one, and it's put out by one of the big ladder manufacturers, Werner. So it's definitely a good one. It's not one that you have to worry about breaking first time you climb up it. Yes, I did see that, Judy. You can change your your handle, Emily. You can change your handle every 45 days, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure if it's 45 days, but that's what I'm thinking. You can't change it this week and change your mind and change it again next week, but you can change it. Yes, it was in. Fortunately, I knew that with your handle. And then you introduced yourself as Susan when you came in, anyways. Well, you can change your mind as much as you want, Eddie. Just don't try to change your handle too much. Yeah, Emily, you got that right. YouTube might stop you. Yeah, I probably should write everything down, Judy. Otherwise, it's going to come Saturday. I'm going to have 3 people ask me at the same time what to do, and it's going to confuse me. It doesn't take much. As far as should I be on a step stool? No, I shouldn't be. But am I going to be? Yes. And she had 2-step stools that she offered. One of them's a 2-step, which I'm already going to the first step, but I got the second step for balance, or just a flat 1-stepper. But I need something for balance. Hello, Kay. I got go back and rewatch, well, watch for the first time because I'm not watching it now, to see who the cat was. Well, this is Katie Kane. Hey, Teddy. Well, you can't see him, but Teddy just walked across in front of me on the floor. Lily's over there. Rose is over here. There's Daisy, Oreo. There's Felix, Domino. If they're all around, I'm going to try to set my camera up in the big house when I do my lives there, to at least have one of the cat trees in the background. So maybe you can see him climbing on that and relaxing there and stuff. Okay, Rick. Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good night. Well, Judy, you ought to see Eddie when he's up on panel and someone's live. He'll be doing his own thing, watching a football game or playing a game. He's not paying any attention to the live. Here's his name. What? What are you talking about? Why'd you say my name? Now I can talk about him if I want, because he's not going to come and beat me up. Because he won't come this far. He's already told me that. Go for it, Judy. Yeah, we can do a live afterwards if you want. You know, Eddie, I've seen you on so many people's panel and you don't know which end's up. See, Emily agrees with me. I have 15 cats, Virginia. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Eddie's coming to beat me up. I know you're competitive. Who's coming, Judy? Well, you and Tony, Rick and his wife, Reverend Dream and Tammy, Gary, and possibly Deborah, and she might bring Mitch along. Brett has to work, so he won't be coming. Maybe we can get Eddie to come. Well, one thing I did with the litter boxes is several years ago, I switched to pine shavings instead of clay litter. And that is a lot better. There's a lot less odor to that. And they're a lot lighter. Even when the litter boxes are dirty, they're still not all that heavy. So it's a lot easier to dispose of. The only problem with pine shavings is they make a mess out of them. They get all over the place. I've got 3 of the giant sized litter boxes in here. And when I move to the big house, I'm going to have more litter boxes. I've got 8 total litter boxes available. I'm not sure how many I will end up using. And when I get the catio done, then I'll probably be using all 8 litter boxes then. Hello, Wanda. Um, what else we got to talk about? Also, I should mention, if there's anyone else in the area that wants to come on Saturday, you're welcome to. Either let me know in chat, send me an email, text, whatever. My information's there. Just let me know. If you need an address, whatever. I know a lot of people are too far away, but I don't know the ones that aren't chatting here. I don't know if anyone else is local or not. Yep, party at Peter's house. I'll be moving this week, Wanda. I'm doing some stuff in the big house right now. I have a computer stand that Steve, the misfit there, he gave to me. I'm putting that together. I have that probably 3/4 done now. I gotta get that finished up. I have another cat tree, was just delivered yesterday. I gotta get that together. And I've got some litter boxes that I'm not using right now. So I'll probably get them in there, get the litter in them. Then when I get ready to take the cats over, I don't have to worry about emptying these litter boxes out right then and cleaning them out. I already have litter boxes over there. But it'll be sometime this week. And the next Saturday is going to be the big move day when I have people come and get the stuff out of the shed that Mike brought. Get that in the house. Couple couches, roll top desk. And I'm not even sure what else is in there. Because she brought the biggest U-Haul that you can rent. She brought that thing full of furniture. Southeast Pennsylvania. So you're quite a ways from Arkansas. The house I'm in now is on the same property as the house I'm moving into, Virginia. That's going to be staying right here because I had wanted a guest house or someone to stay in here in exchange for work on the homestead, whatever, something like that. And then when I had to get my chickens here, I wanted to stay on the property with them, but the big house wasn't ready to move into. So the landlord bought this and put it here. So I'd have a good place to stay until the big house got ready. Okay, I got to make a note right now to buy locks tomorrow. Cats to be locked in the cat room. That's my intention, anyways. The contractors did come back and trim off the bottom of the door and put the door up, go from the living room into the cat room. And there was already a door on the bathroom. So now I can shut those doors. And once the catio gets done, they'll be able to use that. And when I have people over, the cats can have the catio and the cat room. And then I don't have to worry about someone leaving the door open or worry about Judy stealing one of my cats or anything. I know you wouldn't, Judy. I'm kidding. Hello, Katie. Yes, Reverend Joe. Once I get all my stuff out here and get everything cleaned up and everything, Then work will be starting in here. The first thing I'll do once I get it cleared out is do the electric. Because a lot of people don't understand that's the first thing you have to do on the interior. Well, build petition that's gonna have rooms in it. And then you have to do the electric. So I had people telling me to insulate it first, but then when you do the wiring, you got to pull the insulation out. No, I never went back and I checked how I did that growl. Is that what I did, Joanne? I know I got Rose's attention. She just looked at me. What is wrong with you? Hello, Jerry. And Susan, if you're there also. Yeah, I actually have the kitchen table in here, J&B. It's in rough shape. Because that was one of the things that there wasn't room enough for in the shed. It got left outside under a tarp. And the tarp blew off. And I wasn't here to put the tarp back over it. So the tabletop got warped terrible on that. What I plan on doing, I think I'll put that in the catio. So I have a table when I sit out there and have my morning coffee. Because that's my plans, to sit out there and have my morning coffee out there. Then I'll have a table out there. And eventually I'm going to take that top off and build a top for it out of wood. And I bought a kitchen table a couple months ago. So I've got that in the kitchen now. And then actually that reminds me, I do have those chairs that someone can sit in on Saturday too. Because the chairs are good. Yes, she is, Judy. I'm hoping she'll come Saturday, but I'm not sure she will. She likes to stay in the background. Sure, Emily, I'll lock you in the cat room with the cats. As long as you don't try to steal them. Yep, she sure is, J&B. Yeah, Emily's going to protect my cats. Okay, Susan, you have a good day. Yeah, it's hard to believe Judy didn't used to particularly care for cats. Now she loves them. And it's just what I always have said. Anyone that doesn't like cats, it's just because they've never had a cat. There you go, Emily. Yep, you can shake your handle every so often. Well, it's good to have you here, Jerry. I scared you, Emily. I don't know how I would ever find it because I don't remember what live it was, Joanne. I'd have to go back like 3, 4 months and watch every live all the way through. Yeah, I think it'll be good, Game B, because even though I'm going to be using it as catio, I'm sure the cats will still let me use it. Because I can even sit out there when it's raining, as long as I'm not real close to the egg. Because it only rains then, well, unless the wind's blowing terrible. It only rains in a foot or so. Yep, there you go, Emily. Just some Arizona iced tea or sweet tea and some bagels. Yes, they are, Joanne. I love my kitties. Oh, Judy, you're going to have to sign a waiver saying you're not going to steal any of my cats if I let you in the cat room. Oh, every 2 weeks? I thought it was like once every 45 days or something like that. I knew there was some time limit on it. Well, Gary, you should have waited. Emily's cooking dinner for all of us. Well, I have what I use for butter. It's not actual butter, it's that vegetable oil spread. And I actually checked the nutrition label on it. That's not all that bad. I didn't think that was the healthiest stuff in the world, but it doesn't look bad. No carbs, no sugar. And I found out something else yesterday, too. I've always heard that when you eat a lot of protein, it'll fill you up faster. You don't have to eat as much. Well, at the breakfast buffet yesterday, I ate a lot of meat, sausage patties, sausage links, bacon, eggs. I did have some hash browns, but I tried to stick to the little bit healthier stuff. I never even went up for seconds. I was too full. I got to check on the fruits, too. I know some fruits have a lot of sugar in them. You're not supposed to have them. I had watermelon, red grapes, strawberries, and I had some peaches, but they're in syrup, so I'm sure they're not good for you. They've got to have a lot of sugar in them. Yeah, Judy, one of your videos there, cats were walking across a shelf, and I'm just thinking, how does she dare have that stuff up on the shelf? Yeah, because usually I make 2 trips up, and I'm talking pretty good platefuls too, to the breakfast buffet. But yesterday I didn't have any biscuits and gravy. I didn't have any French toast sticks. Because except for the hash browns and possibly some of the fruit, I tried to stick to the little bit better stuff. And it filled me right up. Okay, dinner at Wanda's house. Yeah, Judy, I'll get there eventually. It'll be a lot easier once I get out of here. Because it is just so much easier. If I was in good health, it wouldn't be a problem. I could cook a good meal in here. but with the shape I'm in, it's hard for me to do it. When I get over there and have a stove and full kitchen to work in and stuff, it'd be a lot easier on me. Because here it's just easier to throw something prepackaged that I bought at the store in the microwave. I've got a hot plate that I can cook on, but I don't have a place I could leave it out. I got to dig it out every time, put it back away afterwards. I know what you mean, Joanne. Hey, Rose, what did you do that for? Thought that was secure, but I guess it wasn't. Rose just knocked off my 56-ounce bottle of Arizona iced tea. It's almost full. I haven't drank hardly anything out of that. And she just rolled over, hit it, and knocked it off. You keep talking like that, Wanda. Expect me to be knocking on your door. I don't know what you mean by what's up with the breakfast buffet, Emily. They have a breakfast buffet at the Rock Cafe every Saturday. And I've been going to it for about 2 years now. Very rarely do I miss a Saturday because I love that. You know, French toast sticks are pretty good, Arlene. Hello, Robin. I'm glad you said who you were because I was going to call you Tulip until I saw you said it's Robin. And my mom used to make most of her baked goods from scratch. When she got older, then she started buying cake mixes and stuff then. Yep, hopefully my health will improve, Judy. I gotta get some weight off before they do the surgery. Don't absolutely have to, but he wants me to. things to be better. And then I think it's going to help if I can move around better. I think that's going to help with the weight in the future. Well, you keep baking stuff like that, Wanda. It's tempting. Yep, it should, Judy. It should change everything. Well, Wanda, when you come down, you're welcome to use my kitchen. No, Emily. No stairs. There is quite a step up into the back door, but that's going to be taken care of very shortly. And then out front, I have a ramp off from the porch. Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's what they did. It's kind of steep because I wanted a landing and then have the ramp go towards the back of the house where the ground went up. So then it wouldn't have to be so steep. I may work on that eventually. That does sound good, Joanne. Peanut butter balls with cream cheese. Sounds very good. Well, the way things have been these last few years, Judy, if it wasn't for processed food, I would have starved to death a long time ago. Okay, J&B. Maybe I'll check her channel out. Yeah, inside of the house is all pretty much level. The kitchen is a half-inch lower than the living room and the bedroom. There's a step up into them, it's half-inch. Well, Pike calls it 3/4 of an inch. They were supposed to put plywood down in the kitchen and then lay the LVT over it. They didn't want to do that, so see how it goes. Might have to have that that done at some point. Because if I trip going in the bedroom or the living room, I'm not going to be happy about that. Yep, that's what they do, Emily. Before you release from the hospital, you have to walk the number of steps that you need to at home. I had to do that when I broke my back. They asked how many steps it was into the house. 3 steps in the house. So I had to be able to walk up and down 3 steps before they could release me. And my dad very, very rarely cooked. I know he could do some of the basic stuff. Because I know he would once in a while if my mom was really sick or something, which didn't happen too often because normally she would force herself to do the stuff that absolutely had to be done. But he could cook eggs and bacon or sausage for breakfast, burgers for lunch. I don't know, he probably could cook more than that, but he just never did cook. My arthritis is really bad, Judy. I can't straighten out my right leg when I'm laying flat on my back. That leg will not straighten out. And they told me that's from the arthritis. It's been like that for probably 3 years. Welcome back, Eddie. Well, I'm going to try not to trip, Ace. I have that fear every time I'm going into the bedroom or into the living room. It's been okay so far. Yep, they sure can, Kay. Okay, Joanne. Cook us something good. Have a good night. Yeah, I've heard that from other smokers, Kay. My mom and dad had a friend that had smoked for years, and she was a very heavy smoker, too. And her husband never smoked. And she was always coughing and gagging and stuff. And he was always after her to quit smoking. Well, they were putting hay. That lady and my mom were in the hay mow one day, and he was handing the bales up to him. Well, she got coughing terrible, and she was sticking her head out, and you'd think she was dying. And he said, "You know, that's what that smoking does for you. Look at Florence. Florence was my mom. She's 10 years older than you. She's not even out of breath." She got so mad over that. She never smoked another cigarette. That was all it took just for her husband to say that to her. She quit smoking right then. And after a few months, maybe it was a year, I don't know, while afterwards, she said, "I don't believe how much difference there is now." She said, "I'm doing so much more. I'm not getting out of breath." It's all smooth, J&B. It's all LVT. And I did order a floor mat because yesterday when it was raining, I was tracking stuff in from outside. So I ordered a doormat to put by the door. They're saying they'll be here Tuesday, but I think it'll be here tomorrow because it left Texas this morning. It's come by Amazon, so it should be Tulsa by tonight. Maybe it is already. And then Amazon will bring it to the post office in the morning. The mail carrier will bring it to me. That sounds like a plan, Wanda. Yeah, Ace. I was hoping there'd be someone up your way that'd be coming on Saturday that you could catch a ride with. But it doesn't look like there is. Yeah, I'm sure I've got a lot more arthritis than I know about, for sure. Just by the way I feel. But my right hip is really bad. Because every time I get an x ray, it's been going on for years, they always comment on how bad the arthritis is. I don't know, Eddie. I don't remember. The only thing I remember saying to you is welcoming you back. Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears is falling. Well, that'll be a good name, Robin. Yeah, just wait. By the time the time comes, I'll forget, Robin. Hopefully not. Katie, were you saying good for him? I'm assuming you're talking about that guy yelling at his wife for smoking. Oh yeah, after she quit smoking, she was glad that happened. Yeah, I don't want any carpet, J and B. Maybe mat in the bathroom or a runner next to my bed or something like that. But I don't want any wall to wall carpeting. Because that's also bad for fleas. I know more than one person has ripped carpet out and put a hard floor in because of fleas. Yes, Ace. Saturday is moving day. I know you mentioned a few weeks ago that you'd come and hang out if I could go pick you up, but I'm not going to be able to make that trip that day. As far as sleeping, the arthritis doesn't really bother me. It's moving around where it bothers me. Okay, Robin. Okay, Wanda, that's good to know. Sorry your voice isn't up to par, but that's the thing to do. Rest your voice. Yep, I figure the mats would be good. That's right, Wanda. Carpets and cats and dogs don't mix. Well, they're going to get here about 10 o'clock, Ace. And the plan is to get the work done and then just hang out, eat, and stuff afterwards. Okay, Eddie. Have a good night. Um, well, I hope things get better for you, Wanda. Well, hey, got my laptop, Felix. Hope he didn't mess anything up. Yes, an open invitation, Ace. I didn't get to meet you. What was it, Mid America you went to? I didn't get to meet you there. I missed Mid America and Tin Killer both. Sure hope I don't miss them next year. So it'd be great to meet you. In fact, I gotta make a trip up there sometime. I know you've been asking me to go up there for 2 years now. And I know it's less than 2 hours. I don't know, hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, Felix wanted me right in the live. Unfortunately, he didn't mess anything up because he was standing right on the keyboard of my laptop. No, I don't watch that, Emily. The only TV I watch is the older stuff. Green Acres, Petticoat Junction, Dennis the Menace, Brady Bunk, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Three's Company. Some of them I haven't watched in quite a while. But very, very rarely will I watch anything newer than early 80s. Sounds good, Wanda. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we'll have to make that happen sometime, Ace. Yep, Brady Bunch is a good one. I actually watched an episode or two of Green Acres this afternoon. Yeah, Simply Jan told me I should use elderberry syrup. Yep, take a while to walk, Ace, that's for sure. Yeah, I have to try and look that up, Katie. Yeah, I haven't seen Mary Tyler Moore in years. Sweetie, no, off my laptop. Come here. Can't be on my laptop. Be over here. Be on camera. She's gonna be a big girl. Why'd you just sneeze? I thought you'd quit doing that. Yeah, maybe I've been over the big house too much the last couple days. Just haven't been in here to hear her sneezing. Because she just sneezed again. So maybe I will have to make an appointment for her. She's so small, being a kitten. I worry about her. Lily, pull the claws in the next time. Well, the only problem is you could get an Uber. Which around here, I don't know if there is any or not. But that could add up fast. Because usually you're going a decent amount of miles. The kitten I was holding, that the one you're talking about, Robin? Yeah, that's Sweetie. She's a Tabaco. I just heard. Well, Rose just did something that went away. Yeah, I just heard about Tabaco not too long ago. It was after she was born. What it is, when they have both tabby markings and calico markings, they're called a Tabaco. Yep, I love Lucy's another one that I love. Yeah, I was calling her a calico, but she had the tabby markings on her also. Then I found out that actually when they got the tabby markings and calico, that they were Tabaco. Hey Judy, you spelled Lily wrong. Well, you wrote spells Maurice. Yeah, sometimes Lily forgets to pull his claws in when he runs across me. Yeah, I don't like that sneezing, Emily. And where she's only um, 4 months old, not as bad as she's only a month old, but still, that worries me. It's been going on for a week now. She doesn't seem to be getting any worse. And he's up there playing with Felix now. Felix is 7 months old. Yeah, I've got 6 black and white cats, but one of them, the vet, actually has down in white because when he looked at her, I don't know what his title is. He's not a vet, but he's not there anymore. He used to work at the front desk, and he would help the vets when they were doing stuff. I don't know if he's a vet tech or vet assistant, whatever. But he looked at her when she was in the carrier, thought she was all white. So that's what she got put in the computer as. Then I've got 3 black ones. I have 1 tabby. I have the Tabaco, orange and white. Siamese. Then Ragdoll, and she's mixed with Siamese. A gray one. I get them all. I think I did. Yeah, Precious was a calico, and I really wanted a calico. And then she ended up dying. There's definitely been a change, Ace. That's for sure. I haven't had my air conditioner on in probably 3 or 4 days. Well, I think last Wednesday might have been the last time I had it on. And then it was just for an hour or 2 in the afternoon. At night, I've been running the heater. Okay, have a good night, J&B. Okay, Katie, you have a good night. I had a calico come to me years ago. It's back probably mid-90s. Okay. I don't know what that did, but my laptop was froze up after last cat went across it. Hopefully it didn't mess. You get off that! I wish they would leave it alone. There. There we go. Everything should be back to normal, I hope. I think I'll leave my laptop over here with me. There's going to be a different setup when I get moved. Oh, I remember now what I was starting to say. Yeah, I had a calico come to me, very skinny cat. Well, I took her in. Come to find out, she's one of the neighbor's cats, and they ended up letting me keep her. They weren't feeding her because they believed that if you didn't feed a cat, they would catch mice better. Well, she needed to be fed. I fattened her up. She was a very nice cat. Yeah, I've got almost that many animals, Joe. I really don't know how many birds I have. Um, it's getting up towards 75. So I've got over 50 chickens and 16 guineas. And I have some guinea eggs in the incubator right now that should be hatching 6 days, I think it is. It's almost 75, Joe. Always something, isn't it, Emily? There are trash days whenever I take it to the dumpster. I could put it outside the road and then pick it up on Tuesday, but it's easier for me just to take it to the dumpster down the road. Yeah, I know, Wanda. And feed or not feeding cats has nothing to do with them hunting. Either they're going to hunt or they're not going to hunt. I had a cat. She died about 4 years ago. But she was the best mouser I'd ever seen. And she was getting dry food out 24/7. She was getting canned food twice a day. And still, she was a great mouser. I need to put hummingbird feeders out. See if I can get any hummingbirds around. I actually haven't seen any. Yeah, I had another cat that had no interest in mice whatsoever. I even woke him up one night. He was laying in the chair sleeping, and there was a mouse in the kitchen. And from the chair he was in, you could see the mouse. I woke him up. Boots, wake up. There's a mouse out there. He looked at the mouse, stared at the mouse for a minute, and by that time the mouse took off. He just closed his eyes and went back to sleep. He didn't care. Yeah, don't blame you, Wanda. It is getting pretty late. Well, we're down to 14 people now. Been on here for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Now 12. So maybe everyone's trying to tell me it's time to end it. Nope, Wanda's not doing a live tonight. Her voice isn't up to it. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. And depending on how things go, maybe I get that video out that I'd hoped to get out last Monday. But I have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. Just seeing if any more comments coming in for me. Well, thank you, Arlene. Okay. Well, have a good night, everyone.